Jai Shri Ram. Gita Dicta. That means sayings, authoritative statements made by Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. So this is what you can, imbibe and be inspired and change your life so that you can lead a more fulfilling, more successful and happier life. So don't get into the rat race and become a rat. Running after money is not sensible. Wealth is essential. We must make sure that we have as much wealth as we need, or in fact more, but not be obsessed. There must be a balance. And in fact, you can get very rich only when you begin to live the Bhagavad Gita, because Krishna is the Lord of wealth. Wisdom is more valuable than impetuousness. Impetuous means rash. With time comes perspective and judgment. That's true. So Krishna says actually in the Bhagavad Gita, Shriyan Dravyamayadhyajna Jnana Yajna Parantapa Sarvam Karma Akhilam Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. Shriyan Dravyamayadhyajna Jnana Yajna Parantapa. Better than all yajnas. Now this word yajna is an untranslatable word. The English word is sacrifice. So that is because English is such an important language, they have very few words, and so they steal from everywhere. And when you use the word sacrifice to describe a yajna, the meaning gets grossly distorted, because the word sacrifice implies slitting the neck of some innocent goat or chicken or bull or something like that. In Hinduism, there is no such thing as slitting the neck of an animal or killing an animal, not at all. The Vedas are completely opposed to animal killing, because the Vedas say Pashun Pahi, Antakaya Goghatam. So, throughout, entire suktas in the Vedas are dedicated to protection of animals. So, we were told because they distorted. So, unfortunately, many Indian scholars also, who had no knowledge of Sanskrit, studied the translations written by Max Muller, whose agenda was simple: to Christianize the whole of India, Christianize every Hindu. Even Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a closet Christian, by the way. He was not a Hindu. He lies buried in Bristol, a city some 200 kilometers away from London. So he was a closet Christian. You know who's a closet Christian? Who does not tell you his name, because there are many people who get converted to Christianity because of the inducements. INDUCEMENT. Inducement means some money or something given. So these beggars for the inducement, and sometimes propaganda. Foolish people believe the nonsense without asking a few questions. Let them try converting a person like me. So they won't do that. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy was also a very dangerous subversive actually. He wrote to Queen Victoria saying that only Christianity can save India, so please come. She forwarded this man's letters to Macaulay, Lord Macaulay. This idiot, this rascal, then thought, okay, this is a nice thing we can do. So he destroyed our education system, and the Indian Penal Code also this rascal composed, with the whole idea of de-Hinduizing the Hindu, colonizing the Hindu mind, colonizing, mentally colonized. That means colonization, colonial mentality, simply means that considering that the culture of the invader is superior. So this is colonial mentality. Many Hindus still suffer from it, and many Hindus have become Macaulay Putras. I openly confess, there was a time when I myself was a Macaulay Putra. Macaulay Putra means a fellow who thinks English is the most superior language, and all Hindu culture, Telugu, Sanskrit is all rubbish, outdated. We are superstitious. We should be inspired by English. We should do what the English do, eat what they eat, wear what they wear. Even now, many fools wear coats. In Indian weather, why should you wear a 3-piece suit, 4-piece suit? Bloody idiots. I call them idiots. I don't have to name them. Next time you see anybody wearing a coat in India, unless you are in North India, where that too in winter. Okay, for that we have our own clothing. Do Americans or Chinese or Japanese or German or Britishers wear our dress, our traditional dresses? No. Then why the hell are we wearing? Why are we using fair and lovely, fair and handsome? Because we have the feeling that fair skin is superior, because they have a fair skin. We have a dark skin, be proud of it, it is nature's gift. So we have to decolonize the Hindu mind, especially the youth, because several generations of youth have been corrupted because of the fake history, false history, and Bollywood, these Bollywood rascals, scoundrels. They have this hidden agenda to colonize the Hindu mind. Now, I took off, but I hope it was useful. I hope you listened to me patiently. So, Krishna says, Shreyan Dravyamayad Yajna Jnana Yajna Parantapa. Dravya Yajna, that means Dravya, ingredients. Yajna, that means Homa. Homa is also good because it purifies the atmosphere. It creates an aura, spiritual aura, sattvic aura. In fact, during the Bhopal gas tragedy, one family survived. They were called the Kushwaha family. Kushwaha is a Brahmin surname. They used to do Agnihotra regularly. And because of the effect of Agnihotra, that means, a copper hund, Havan Kund, copper Havan Kund, you can buy it in a puja store. The metal copper is important. At high temperature, it interacts with the upla, cow patty. In English they call it cow patty, P-A-T-T-Y, pedakalu. So, and ghee and many homa dravyalu. That means, dried leaves and spices, dry wood of different plants. All these things, when they are introduced into the fire, the Agni, then a smoke is generated which purifies. Now, how does it purify? It's a very serious and scientific topic, and it is easy for ignorant people to casually dismiss it as superstition, which is very unfair, especially Hindu youth are doing that. So, this is stupid. I will give you a simple example. If you put red chilies into fire, you will be coughing and your whole house will be filled with this kind of a smoke that will irritate your lungs and you will go on coughing. So, anything put into the fire gets rarefied, R-A-R-E-F-I-E-D. Rarefied means become thin or refined, and so it spreads very fast. Fritzstal, make a note, Fritzstal, Fritzstal. An American researcher came down to India long ago, perhaps some 25 years ago. He spent a lot of money to conduct a yajna, Vedic yajna, Athiratra, which went on for 12 days. And in Kerala, he paid Nambudri Brahmins who did the chanting, because he conducted this to just test the efficacy of Vedic mantras. Because Krishna also says, yajna leads to rain. Yajna causes rains. So now we have, seeding of clouds and all that. Scientific methods are there. But yajna is also a kind of seeding of clouds. So Fritzstal, when he came to Kerala and funded this Athiratra Yajna, which went on for some 12 days, in hot summer where there is no question of any rain, after the 12th day, it poured heavily, torrential rain was recorded. So this is one instance of the proof of Agnihotra. So Dravya Yajna basically has two meanings. One, it is yajna in which all these scientific ingredients are put into the sacrificial fire. You see this word sacrificial, again it's a disgusting word with a negative connotation. So use the word yajna only, don't use the word sacrifice, because it connotes the killing of innocent animals, which is completely condemned in the Vedas. So Dravya Yajna also means, implied meaning is acquiring wealth, becoming like Mukesh Ambani. So Dravya Yajna has two meanings. One, literally it means doing Agnihotra with ingredients which are put into the Agni. And then now the word fire itself is a very mild and pale shadow, pale word for the word Agni, because Agni is a very complex word, and it connotes many things. It denotes and connotes many things. So Agnihotra is, now I told you, Dravya Yajna has two meanings. So Shreyan Dravyamayad Yajna Jnana Yajna Parantapa. Sarvam Karma Akhilam Partha Jnane Parisamapyate. That means Krishna is saying better than Agnihotra is Jnana Yajna. Better than Dravya Yajna. Not that, but Dravya Yajna is bad. I already explained, Dravya Yajna is very important. Better than that, more important than that is Jnana Yajna. So you should ask, what is Jnana Yajna? Jnana Yajna, as Krishna himself declares, is spreading jnana of the Bhagavad Gita. That is the highest Jnana Yajna. Jnana Yajna means if you can study the Bhagavad Gita, understand the Bhagavad Gita, because the Bhagavad Gita is the quintessence of the Vedas. If you can spread this knowledge among people, and if you study, adhyeshyate, adhyeshyate means study, abhidasyati means lecture, profess, teach, propagate, abhidasyati, propagate, adhyeshyate, study, shrunu, listen. So if you do any of these things, that is jnana yajna. So among these three things also, teaching is the highest jnana yajna. Why? Because if you teach Bhagavad Gita, people will learn the importance of the purusharthas. They will acquire artha kama. They will satisfy their desires in a dharmic way. They will acquire a lot of wealth so that society can be uplifted. So purusharthas are the four goals which Vedas recommend. Every human being has to do purusharthas, acquire purusharthas. Purushartha karo, that means work. Be a karma yogi, work ethic. Purusharth, basically the simplest English word would be work ethic, concept of work ethic. And work ethic towards so many things. One is dharma, righteousness, artha, wealth, kama is desires, which are reasonable, dharmic desires, not perverted desires, and moksha. The whole purpose of life is to get out of this unending cycle of birth and death. That is salvation, redemption, moksha, nirvana, freedom from all suffering. In Christianity and Islam, their concept of moksha or redemption is going to eternal hell. And all other people who don't belong to their religion will go to eternal hell. So only they go to eternal heaven. So Muslims are sending all Christians to eternal hell, and Christians are sending all Muslims to eternal hell. Whereas Hindus, we say that everyone can go beyond eternal heaven, because anything eternal heaven will become boring. Very simple, you will get blase. If you daily have the same pleasure, after some time the pleasure will become jaded, jaded, blase, blase. You will get cloyed, colyed, distaste due to excessive sweetness, moham mothram modalu pedutundi. So the concept of eternal heaven is itself not logically sound, and eternal hell is even more ridiculous. When we humans are willing to release prisoners from convicts, we humans are willing to release prisoners from our jails on parole, parole. Parole means, when a prisoner is found to be behaving nicely, there is a parole officer who says this fellow can be released. The punishment was for 10 years, but after 5 years he is released into society. He has been rehabilitated. The expectation is he will lead a good life and be a good human being. So even the worst criminals are given parole. Or the Supreme Court has given hanging, and the President can give a pardon, and then it can be reduced to life imprisonment. So when we humans are willing to not send people to eternal hell, why would God do that? So again it is unreasonable. So now let us get back. So these are Gita Dicta. And what did Krishna say? Sarvam karma akhilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Krishna is saying something so very optimistic. He says that eventually everyone will acquire jnana. That means currently that fellow might be indulging in some extremely diabolical, evil activity, slitting the necks of innocent animals, eating meat. Never eat meat. Eating flesh eating somebody else's flesh to acquire your flesh, making your stomach a graveyard. This is disgusting, obnoxious. There was a time I too ate a lot of meat because I was unaware. After I learned the truth, I realized what a horror this is. So anyway, I don't want to dilate on that now. And Krishna says, even the worst sinner will gradually over time learn. Why? Why does he say so? Because the concept can be better understood with a simple analogy. Listen to me carefully. A piece of gold, even if it is buried under a mountain of garbage, filth, does the piece of gold change its nature? No. Only thing is, you have to remove that mountain of garbage and the piece of gold will shine, come forward as a piece of gold. So that is why Veda says we are all Jivatmas, potentially divine. We are all Dvasuparna, two birds in the Vedas. So we are all eternal companions of Rama, and so we are fundamentally divine spiritual beings. But because of the Maya, because of the indoctrination, because of bad culture, bad movies, bad parenting, all kinds of vicious cults, dangerous barbaric religions, so, a fundamentally divine being has become like a beast today. That is why only Bhagavad Gita can save mankind. So, you are a spiritual being. Unfortunately, because of this, negative influences, the vicious force field, a good human being can become a dangerous criminal, a pure evil, diabolical person. So, Krishna strikes a very, very optimistic note. Wisdom is more valuable than impetuousness. Rashly don't follow a religion, don't follow your holy book if it is trying to tell you to commit a crime. Question even that God. That is a fake God actually. Next, Dicta, Gita Dicta. Happiness is found in modest living, not material excess. Focus on inner peace. There are several shlokas in the Bhagavad Gita, so I have compiled this so that you will understand faster. Relationships nurtured by choice can be more meaningful than obligatory kinship, which means you see, if your kin, clan, blood relations, if they are leading adharmic lives, better abandon them. Don't have anything to do with such people. Make friends with the people who are dharmic. That is why in the Mahabharata war, all these Bhishma, Drona, and many other characters who were on one hand believed to be very great personalities, but they led adharmic lives, so they had to be eliminated, right? So next, what does it say? Surround yourself with those who uplift you. Sattvic personalities. True affluence ante wealth, great wealth, is enriching the mind, not filling the coffers. Coffer is a metaphor for treasure chest, uh, where you keep all the wealth and all that. Okay, coffer. Never stop learning and expanding your intellect. So, continuous learning is very essential. Ethical principles define your essence, because dharma, our essential nature is to live by dharma. We cannot be adharmic. Now, the word dharma has many meanings. Dharma of water is to cool, dharma of fire is to burn, dharma of a mango tree is to yield mangoes. So, our Atma has a dharma, Atma dharma, which is to regain our original status as an eternal companion of Rama, Krishna, Brahman, because these Dvasuparna mantra occurs in all the Vedas, the parable of the two birds. I narrated that long ago several times. Now, do what is dharmic always. Anything in excess has consequences, so please be careful. That's why Krishna says, live in moderation, don't go to any excess. Practice self control and balance in all facets of life. Intellectual humility keeps you growing, and the more your knowledge widens, the more you realize its limitations. Athava bahunaitena kimnyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyahamidam krutznam ekankshena sthito jagat. So, quantum mechanics also supports the idea that what we know is hardly anything compared to what we don't know. We know less than 1% of 1 millionth of anything, Thomas Alva Edison. So, humility, but you must be strong, physically strong, regularly work out, acquire great spiritual knowledge, be a leader of men, never harbor any ill will towards anybody, no question of proselytizing anybody, no question of killing those who are not willing to convert to our religion. So be proud to be a Hindu, because Hinduism is the only religion that teaches that you should see God in every being, not just humans, in the plant, in the tree, in the chicken. No killing the chicken to eat it. Don't do that. You are behaving like a beast if you do that. Thou shalt not kill did not say exceptions are you can kill A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. No, thou shalt not kill is an unconditional statement. Stop killing. That's what the Bible says. But they are killing everything and eating everything. And even killing humans just because they are not willing to convert. The Crusades, holy wars, 9 holy wars. and an inquisitions. So inquisition, you see, is a medieval tribunal to quash, to stamp out heresy. So these are the horrors of these Abrahamic religions. So please be careful, live by the Gita, listen to this again and pass on this talk to others. Jai Shri Ram.